one of the other plans that the libs use to degrade society is this. Elon was at a rally in Wisconsin talking about the same Wisconsin Supreme Court, but an election coming up that I'm sure everybody here already knows about. But at that event, he uncovered this, which I thought was fascinating, regarding illegals getting Social Security numbers. Go ahead and play this clip.
When we saw these numbers, we were like, what is this? In 21, you see 270,000 people, goes all the way to 2.1 million in 24. These are non-citizens that are getting Social Security numbers.
Yeah, this is a mind-blowing chart.
Yeah, just this literally blew us away. Like, we went there to find fraud, and we found this by accident. And this isn't political, by the way. My parents are immigrants. Yeah, this country's been great to us. My brother and sister are all born in Spain. I'm pro-legal immigration. This is not political. This is not political. This is about America and the future of America.
Wow, so 2.1 million illegals got Social Security numbers just last year. But that's so weird. I feel like all the libs have been saying, no, that's not happening. They're not getting driver's licenses or Social Security numbers or registering to vote. Adrienne, at what point do the average American people kind of recognize, hey, this has been going on a long time? They've said this is not going to happen, and then it happens. They said it's not going to happen, and then it happens. At what point do the American people recognize that and start saying, hey, maybe we shouldn't be giving illegals Social Security numbers?
Yeah, I think that time is now. And this is giving social insecurity, if I'm going to be honest with you. This is, in my opinion, diluting the American dream. Okay. The American dream was built on hard work and success and a legal pathway to do so. So it should be insulting to all the Americans out there.
Yeah. It's interesting, too. I remember last week on Brett Baer's interview with Elon Musk and a bunch of his Doge team, they were saying like 40% of calls into the Social Security office are fraudulent or people trying to steal Social Security numbers. So I don't understand the idea that making Social Security more efficient is bad for America in some way, shape, or form. Anthony, so in California, registering to vote, you pretty much just need an address. Actually, you don't even need an address, and a Social Security number, which you also don't technically need. It's in an optional section when you register to vote in the state of California. How many of these people that got into the country illegally and then Social Security numbers specifically from the Biden administration, again, 2.1 million just last year, do we think are actually in the voting system? What I think I'm saying is there's no way the number is zero, right?
Oh, it's definitely not zero, but I go even further to say that even if it's just one voter that's taking Social Security illegally, one is how it starts to now open the floodgates for everyone else to now start getting on the train that now starts breaking the system. I think President Trump said it in his debate when Biden was saying like, oh, we're going to get everyone on Social Security. And he was just like, yeah, he beat Social Security. He beat it to death. It doesn't mean anything. You have Americans that can't get the paychecks that they need through Social Security because you have an influx of people that are on it. And the only reason that people brought people on there to get on Social Security was to secure the election. And it wasn't until the Supreme Court came out in last summer and said, if you are not a citizen, it is illegal for you to vote in our elections. That's when everyone started campaigning, and that's when the trail started shifting, because now they couldn't rely on all the people that they overloaded in sanctuary cities, that they put in all the charity centers and community centers and inner cities, and all the places like New York City of all places, where Mayor Adams came out and said, we don't have the money to actually support everyone that's here. So it's proven that it's not there. And 2.1 million people, it's just like, that's just the tip of the iceberg that they found. And like you heard it there, it's like, we stumbled on this by accident, but we're glad that we found it. And so it was one of those things that was swept under the rug until when people opened the room that they actually had to start cleaning out. They couldn't walk around it because they kept tripping over it. And now it's out and exposed. So now it's finally being dealt with and taken care of.
Yeah, and it's this kind of comes back on the heels of that New York Supreme Court state ruling that said, well, no, you can't. You have to be a citizen to vote in New York City, because New York City was trying to make it that anybody can vote in their election so long as they lived in New York.